Ever wonder how millionaires really build their fortunes? You might picture them making huge, risky bets on the next big tech stock, living life in the fast lane. But what if I told you the real secret to their wealth is boring? That's right. The investment strategies that create lasting, generational wealth are often the most unexciting, sleep-at-night kind of investments you can imagine. Forget the Wall Street movie hype. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal why the world's wealthiest people absolutely love boring investments, and how you can use their exact same principles to start building your own financial fortress. Stick around because this might just be the most profitable 10 minutes you spend all week. So, what exactly do I mean by a boring investment? Think of things that don't make headlines. We're talking about dividend-paying blue-chip stocks, index funds that track the entire market, real estate rental properties in stable neighborhoods, and even simple government bonds. These aren't the investments that promise to make you a millionaire overnight. Instead, they're the slow and steady workhorses of the financial world. They're predictable, they're reliable, and frankly, they're a bit dull. And that's precisely their superpower. The first reason millionaires love these investments is the power of compounding. You've probably heard of it, but let's really break it down. Compounding is the process where your investment returns start generating their own returns. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but over time it picks up more snow and grows exponentially. A hot, speculative stock might double in a week, but it could also crash to zero the next. That volatility interrupts the compounding process. Boring investments, on the other hand, provide consistent, steady returns year after year. Let's say you invest in a simple S&P 500 index fund. It has historically returned an average of around 10% per year. It's not a thrilling number, but when that 10% is consistently reinvested, your wealth doesn't just add up. It multiplies. Millionaires understand that true wealth isn't built in a day. It's compounded over decades. They're not gambling. They're farming. And compounding is the rich soil that makes their wealth grow. Next up is something that's critically underrated: peace of mind. Financial stress is real, and it can be debilitating. Constantly checking your stock portfolio, worrying about market swings, and losing sleep over a risky bet is exhausting. Millionaires, especially those who are self-made, value their time and mental energy. They can't afford to be distracted by financial drama when they busy running businesses or enjoying the fruits of their labor. Boring investments allow them to set it and forget it. When your portfolio is filled with stable, dividend-paying companies and broad market index funds, you don't need to panic when the news cycle gets crazy. You know that these assets are built for the long haul. This sleep well at night factor isn't a luxury. It's a core part of their strategy. It allows them to focus on what truly matters: making more money through their primary ventures, or simply living a better, less stressful life. The richest person isn't the one with the highest returns in one year. It's the one who stays invested and sane for the longest period. Another key reason is diversification. You know the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, millionaires live by this. High-risk, high-reward investments often require a huge concentration of capital in one single bet. If that bet goes wrong, you could lose everything. Boring investments, by their very nature, are often diversified. An index fund, for instance, holds shares in hundreds or even thousands of different companies. If one company has a bad year, it barely makes a dent in the overall portfolio. It's the ultimate safety net. Even with real estate, a wealthy investor won't just own one luxury property. They'll own multiple rental units across different locations and price points. This spreads out the risk. If one unit is vacant for a month, the income from the others covers the gap. This obsession with diversification protects their downside. They're not focused on hitting a home run every time. They're focused on never striking out. Building wealth is a game of defense as much as it is offense, and boring, diversified assets are the best defense you can have. Let's talk about cash flow. This is a big one. Many boring investments are designed to generate a steady stream of passive income. Think about dividend stocks. These are typically large, established companies that are so profitable they have extra cash to pay out to their shareholders every quarter. It's like getting a regular paycheck just for owning a piece of the company. The same goes for rental properties. Once you have a tenant, you receive a rent check every single month. This reliable cash flow is the lifeblood of a millionaire's portfolio. It does two amazing things. First, it provides money to live on without having to sell the underlying asset. This means their wealth base can continue to grow untouched. Second, they can use this cash flow to buy even more income-producing assets. It's a self-perpetuating cycle of wealth creation. They use their money to buy assets that make more money, which they then use to buy more assets. It's a beautifully simple and yes, boring system that works like magic over time. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but I'm not a millionaire. How can I apply this? The beauty of this strategy is its accessibility. You don't need millions to start. You can buy into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund with as little as $100. Platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab have made it incredibly easy. You can set up automatic monthly contributions, which is a fantastic way to build the habit of consistent investing. This is a technique called dollar-cost averaging. When you invest a fixed amount regularly, you buy more shares when the price is low and fewer when it's high. Over time, this smooths out the market's bumps and is a perfect strategy for boring, long-term investors. Don't feel like you need to pick the perfect stock. In fact, most professionals can't even beat the market average. By simply buying the market through an index fund, you're already ahead of the game. Start small, be consistent, and let time and compounding do the heavy lifting for you. Let's also touch on the psychological aspect. The financial media loves to glorify risk takers and market wizards. They create this narrative that you have to be a genius or a gambler to get rich in the stock market. This is not only false, but it's also dangerous. It leads everyday people to chase hot tips and speculative fads, which almost always ends in losses. The millionaire mindset is different. They ignore the noise. They're not swayed by what's just popular on social media or what the talking heads on TV are shouting about. They have a plan and they stick to it. Their investment philosophy is built on principles, not predictions. They understand that patience and discipline are far more powerful than timing the market. Adopting this boring mindset is perhaps the most important step you can take. Tune out the hype, focus on your long-term goals, and stick to a simple, proven strategy. So, to sum it all up, the secret sauce of millionaire investors isn't some complex algorithm or insider information. It's an unwavering commitment to a few simple, powerful, and boring principles. They harness the incredible power of compounding over long periods. They prioritize their peace of mind, refusing to let market volatility dictate their emotional state. They build resilient portfolios through broad diversification to protect their capital. And they focus on generating consistent cash flow to fund their lifestyle and acquire more assets. It's a slow, steady, and predictable path to wealth. It might not make for a thrilling Hollywood movie, but it's the real story of how lasting fortunes are built. The next time you're tempted to chase a hot stock tip, remember the Millionaires mantra. Boring is beautiful. Boring is profitable. And boring is the surest path to financial freedom. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this perspective on investing helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content that cuts through the noise. Let me know in the comments what your favorite boring investment is. See you in the next video.